Welcome to Sydney Motorsport Park for the much anticipated season finale of the V8 Touring Car Series. The run-in has treated us to textbook challenges at the top, and now just 44 points separates leader Justin Ruggier from Ryan Simpson. The bookies would struggle to pick a winner, and perhaps even more so now with the return of a former V8 supercar race. We have missed you, Jose. What brings you back? I mean, are you here to spoil the party?
No, definitely not. I want the boys to have their nice clean fight. They've worked hard all year. Ryan's, he had a bit of a hiccup last round. He's been the dominant driver in the last 2 years of the category. You know, I hope they have a clean race and they have a good weekend, and may the best man win overall, really. We haven't seen Jose behind the wheel for a number of years. You don't know the car. I mean, what's the strategy this weekend? The last time I drove a supercar in anger was 2007. I had it in the shed and I thought, I'll give it a bit of a paint job and some new stickers, and I'll come out and give it a go. So I was yesterday afternoon was my first session, and today this morning I did another little session, struggling with a few little things. It's a bit hot. This is not good for old people. It's young guy sport, but anyway, no, it's good. Enjoying it. Focus is more on the car now. Jose still holds the lap record here, a record that could well be broken this weekend as pressure reaches boiling point.
Beautiful conditions at Sydney Motorsport Park for the final round of the Kumho Tyres Australian V8 Touring Car Series. Rain on Saturday made race one a lottery, but the conditions are perfect for racing today, and we've got a championship to decide. Justin Ruggier and Ryan Simpson fighting for the Kumho Series crown in the final round of what's been an exciting season battle. Here's Ryan Simpson, Parramatta Smash Repairs Ford, right in the mix and still very much in contention for a Kumho Series crown. Here are the points coming into the final round. Justin Ruggier leads the way, and that margin since extended thanks to his race one victory on Saturday in the rain. Ryan Simpson second. There's a fight for third between Matt Palmer, Matt CHAHDA and Steve BRIFFA, and that will be worth watching. Race two was held earlier today, and this is how it went. A very good start from Matt CHAHDA from the second row. Saw him challenge Ryan Simpson down at turn one, and he almost got his Ford down the inside of the ex-Craig Lowndes Falcon, but couldn't quite get the move done. Steve BRIFFA was a man on the charts. Gearbox problems on Saturday saw him DNF and start from the back of the field in race two. He quickly made work of Jose Fernandez, had a fight with Matt Palmer. He was his next target. POCO Commodore was making great ground early on. And then this on the final lap at turn two, a diving move up the inside for Ryan Simpson. Racing room given from Justin Ruggier. Race lead changed hands, and Ryan Simpson ultimately went on to grab the race victory. It would mean the championship would go down to the final round in another fascinating Ford versus Holden Kumho Series fight.
The championship is close, not as close as I'd like it, but I got to finish in front of him, and I need a bit of bad luck to come his way. But the car was better in that race. We certainly had to push for the win, and as the tyres went off, we just managed it the best we could. And as soon as I got close to Justin, I was just going to have a go at him, and that's what I did.
After a championship that started back at Mallala Raceway in South Australia in April and has since traversed Australia, it's the final race of an exciting Kumho Tyres Australian V8 Touring Car Series. And it all comes down to this guy, Ryan Simpson versus Justin Ruggier. Holden versus Ford. It's a classic fight. We've got the champagne on ice here in the commentary box, ready to celebrate a champion. Though my co-commentator popped it a week ago on the Gold Coast after his first V8 podium. TD, Tony D'Alberto, welcome to you. The final race of the year, Simpson Ruggier. Race two was a thriller. What's this one got in store?
Well, it couldn't have been set up any better. We've got the front two guys going for the championship on the front row, so they've got to nail this.
So Ruggier from pole, and we're away in the final race of the year. Big wheel spin from Simpson and goes nowhere. CHAHDA's passed, Matt Palmer is passed, and Jose Fernandez too.
If those guys jump the start, I mean, they come past Simpson like he was absolutely standing still.
He's P5, Ryan Simpson.
Not the start he would like.
He needs to be further up than that. He'll get Matt Palmer here on the inside at turn two, or will he? Because Palmer's on the right piece of real estate to hold on to that position. No, he doesn't. Simpson muscles his way through, but he's got it all to do. And the sight in the rearview mirror of Justin Ruggier's Eggleston Motorsport Commodore will make him very, very happy, because it's not a red Ford. It's Matt CHAHDA instead.
he had a pretty big lunge down the inside there of Jose, and I think he grabbed a front tyre there. Hopefully it hasn't done any damage.
Here's Steve BRIFFA down the inside of Renouf in that ex-Castrol Perkins Engineering Commodore. That car finished second at Mount Panorama in 2002 with Russell Ingall and Stephen Richards behind the wheel. So that's a car with great history. It's great to have Darren as part of the Kumho series. There's Chris Delsma and Brendan Strong behind him, but Simpson has still got it all to do. He's still P4, 3/4 of the way around the opening lap in the final race of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got to get it done very, very early. He's got to make these positions and get back into, you know, hunting down Ruggier. If he waits too long or his tyres go away, he might not get that opportunity.
I think it's safe to say at the moment the script writers are working for Eccleston Motorsport because it's all going to plan for Justin Ruggier. But this is a long race. It's longer than race 2. So tyre management starts coming into it after a weekend of very hot conditions here at Sydney Motorsport Park on Friday and on Saturday before the rain. So they need to maximise their Kumhos over the course of a distance. And Ryan Simpson will be driving them very, very hard at the moment, and that's how hard. 2 wheels off the road all the way up to the braking zone at 2.
And when we saw in race 2 that Simpson had better tyre life than Ruggier. So in the back of Ruggier's mind, he's like, you know, I want to get away here, but I also need to look after these tyres. Here's a replay. Ruggier's start wasn't amazing either, but Simpson just went through the field the wrong way, unfortunately. And brilliant start there by Jose Fernandez.
Yeah. Rocket ship through the field, didn't he, Jose? Beneficiary of this grid being determined by points rather than the race 2 result. And this was Simpson just muscling Matt Palmer out at turn 2. And he's got experience because that's where he passed for the lead in race 2 a little bit earlier on today. But he's still stuck behind Jose Fernandez and Matt CHAHDA. Whoa, CHAHDA, big tank slapper at Corporate Hill. That's a commitment corner, TD. But he held on to it. Good save.
Yeah, Matt CHAHDA.
Oh, gone, sends him. Fernandez down the inside of Matt CHAHDA at the hairpin and turns him round.
What a shame. You know, CHAHDA's sort of gone under the radar a little bit this weekend. He got a brilliant start in that race as well, and made a little bit of a mistake on the way to Corporate Hill, but, you know, Jose, that's one of the tricky places to pass, and just got a little bit wrong there and has turned him round. But puts Simpson in the box seat again. He's underway chasing down Ruggier.
Well, that's the plot twist the scriptwriters threw in, isn't it? Because he got 2 free places there. Didn't have to overtake, didn't have to cook his tyres, just cruised on through, and now he's P2.
Yeah, absolutely. Ruggier will be looking in the mirror now, and you know, a little bit worried that you know, Simpson might be on the hunt after him. He's just got to have his head down and try and get away.
Matt CHAHDA has the multi-coloured lights of his Ford on high beam as he tries to charge his way through up the inside of Brendan Strong at turn 2, and Renouf just in front. So a couple of classic V8 supercars. It's not a Holden Racing Team car, we should say. It's a bit of a hybrid livery on the 75 car. It's actually an ex-Lansvale Racing Commodore. Started life as a VX, and it runs the VZ body livery, I should say now. But a great car, and it's great to have Brendan back. He ran at Wakefield Park quite successfully too. Gets that position through. CHAHDA now on Renouf gets the job done.
That's what I love about this category. You know, got a lot of these older cars coming back into the championship. You see a replay here.
Oh, what do you reckon? Was that on?
Well, it might have been from Jose's point of view, but yeah, pretty late move and very late or contact at the rear of the car. So he wasn't a long way up the inside. That's the way it goes sometimes, but just a shame that CHAHDA's down the back of the field now.
We speak in touring car racing of the B-pillar rule. I think the fact there's a big dent in the rear door of Matt CHAHDA's Falcon probably gives away where the contact was. So a great little fight now for the minor positions, 3rd, 4th and 5th, and the POCO Commodore continues its charge through the field. It seems like BRIFFA's done that a lot this weekend, or today, after his DNF in race 1, and the way the grid's determined is he just gives Matt a bit of a love tap. The grid determined by points for this race, so despite that great drive through the field in race 2, because he had no points from race 1, he had to start all the way from the back again. So he's been a busy boy, Steve BRIFFA. After a pretty terrible round at Wakefield Park, it must be said they had all kinds of problems with this car. They had a battery fail, they had a fuel pump fail, they had a hub issue as well, but they've got that all rectified. The car's reliable and it's pretty quick.
I reckon BRIFFA, he'd probably get the award for the most passes this year. Every race I see, he's making his way back through the field.
Well, he's brought the new sponsor on board this year, POCO Super Home Mart, Motorsports TV on board this car as well in the second half of the year. He's certainly put on a show. They've not lacked for exposure this season, has Briff and his crew. Might not have had the outright results he's wanted, but he's always been in the show and always been in the game.
Definitely lots of speed in this car, and you know, it might not be the outright fastest car out there, but it seems to look after its tyres pretty well, and I reckon Steve drives the car really well. He's not afraid to have a crack, and you know, sometimes it doesn't go right, but you know, he's definitely getting a lot of practice coming through the field.
I think Steve's season can be summed up in blinding speed on occasion, but 2 years in a row he's crossed the line at Mallala backwards to end a race. It hasn't gone quite all his own way at the South Australian circuit for sure. Down the inside of Matt Palmer and grabs a position away. So textbook move there. I wonder if Palmer's struggling a little bit under brakes, because that's two guys that have passed him. Sure, Jose came from a long way back, but that was a pretty straightforward move for the POCO Commodore. It's been a great fight all season long. We should mention that your old car, by the way, that Justin Ruggier is driving, on the verge of a little bit of history, because not only did you win a championship in it, the year before Rick Kelly won the V8 Supercar Championship in that infamous showdown with Craig Lowndes, he could win a third championship in a third separate V8 series this weekend. So it's clearly all the car.
Well, all these years I actually thought it was myself and, you know, Rick Kelly being great drivers, but hey, it's proven to be a great car, and but you know, we can't take it away from Justin. He's done a great job all year, and just you know, stepped it up as the year's gone on. The team's doing a great job in Eggleston Motorsport, but that would be pretty cool if it could win today and walk away with another championship.
Yeah, and for the team as well, for Eggleston Motorsport, who won the development series we mentioned earlier just a few weeks ago with Paul Dumbrell. They've had a fantastic season. It must be an advantage. They've run 3 cars in DBS all season long, 1, sometimes 2 cars in Kumho. It's got to help. Data transfer, setup, everything flows between these 2 cars.
Yeah, well, those guys, Eggleston Motorsport, they live and breathe motorsport. They're always at a racetrack. They're always thinking about it. But, you know, Sonic Motor Racing is exactly the same. You know, they're running Carrera Cup cars, BRIFFA.
Oh, we had a look. Jose had a big error on the exit of turn 4, had a big slide. And that's just brought BRIFFA into the game here. And down the inside at 6, that's a good pass.
Very good pass there, and very, very happy with that. Jose saw it coming, stepped aside, and BRIFFA, though, just set him up a beauty.
Yeah, nice pass. So BRIFFA works his way onto the podium. That would be an appropriate way to end the year, wouldn't it? Here are the leaders, and Simpson has cruised up to the back now of Justin Ruggier. He can finish second and win the championship, Ruggier. So if it comes down to a final lap fight again, he doesn't need to get the elbows out. What he cannot do is afford to throw it away. He does need to finish, because this race worth 60 points, races 1 and 2 worth 30 for a victory. So there is a bit on the line, and the gap was 47 coming into it. But if they finish the way they are, or even reversed, it will be Justin Ruggier's championship. Good comeback drive from Ryan Simpson, though, after a challenging start. And it sort of sums up his season, just driving this car as hard as he possibly can.
He certainly is. He's still got that oversteer in the car. Obviously, Mike Henry hasn't done his job. But, you know, he's looking after the tyres a little bit better than Ruggier again, and caught up to the back of him. So Justin might be just doing enough just to get the win. But it's been a great battle all year, and it's so good that it's come down to this.
Well, you can bet Ben Eggleston will be on the headset just coaching his driver through. He's been in plenty of race-winning situations over his driving career, so he'll be imparting some words of wisdom from pit wall, just working his driver through. And he's a couple of corners away from winning the Kumho Series. What a story it's been for Justin Ruggier, who came into this year as a relative unknown and with only a handful of national level race starts to his career, or to his credit, in Aussie racing cars and some improved production. But he's jumped into one of the toughest categories around, and he wins the Kumho V8 Touring Car Series by beating the most successful driver in the series. Well done, Justin Ruggier and Eggleston Motorsport, champions for 2014. And well done, Ryan Simpson, for applying so much pressure the whole way through.
BRIFFA there just had a bit of smoke coming out the back, so he must have had a bit of a problem going on, but great to get third in the final race.
Yeah, that's appropriate end for the POCO driver. Matt Palmer 4th. There was a penalty for Jose Fernandez, so he shuffled down to 8th. Between them, Delsma, CHAHDA and Brendan Strong.
Coming in the championship as a debut, we had to just maximise every single point we could. First off, even though Ryan was, taken off in the distance, but it all made sense at the end because we started getting race wins, and look how important it was, and now we're the title, the championship winner.
So as we confirm the final championship points with Ruggier in front of Simpson, a final thought from Tony Alberto. A great season, an appropriate end, and a worthy champion. Yeah,
absolutely. These guys battled really hard. My question is, though, where do these guys go next? It's a stepping stone in the Kumho Series. Do they go DVS? Do they go Carrera Cup? They're in it for a career, and what is the next step?
Well, that's all we've got from the Shannon's Nationals in today's show. There's one more week of coverage left, with the open wheelers getting their time in the sun next time around. Don't forget to head to thenationals.com.au for more information about Australia's National Motor Racing Championships.